Hey, first of all, every police officer should listen to these words that are being spoken. First, they claim that there are good cops, right? They say, not all cops are bad. Well, let's check that out. Let's put together input to see if we can conclude to this together, right? So let's go with common sense, and then let's see what common sense brings, okay? Now, before we even get there, I could admit there are better people that are police. Like there's fucking a savage cop and then there's a kind cop. There are better people in the police force, but police, the policing part, let's look at it, all right? But before we go there, I want to say this, okay? You have police in the police force, and they could be Masons. Masons are a nuisance, and I had wished that a long time ago they would have stopped fucking with me. I've done nothing wrong, and so, if I feel this way and I feel like communicating my thoughts, you apologize to yourself. Seriously, because that's bullshit. You mistreated me and fuck you. I'm sorry. I don't know what I feel right now. So with that being said, so these motherfuckers, and I'm talking about all you police officers, I should listen to this, really. So you have the Masons, right? And maybe some are not. I can't say. Like I said, I know the difference of what I know and don't know. But I do know that there are police. And remember, we started off with this conversation when we said that police, there are some kinder than others. Well, in the police force, you have police that are drug dealers. Those motherfuckers, they're out there fucking shit up. Them niggas is selling shit to gang, and gangs are selling the drugs, and, they're drug runners for the police. And these niggas is just regular civilians. And so the cops, the mean ones, or the drug dealing ones, I'm not going to say they're mean. You could be a nice Mason, but you're an asshole cop. And there's the conspiracy. So you have this cop who is an asshole, being a drug dealer, having drug runners, and being an asshole. You better have my money, and putting the fear of life in these fucking civilians that they're scared. And so when a police officer that's not involved in a behavior like that, they're thinking nonchalantly, well, I just got a traffic stop. And this has happened millions of times where a traffic stop came and a police got shot at. Because I know I watch the news. So you nonchalantly going up to the car, let me see your driver's license. Pow, 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 pow. And so you look at it as, oh, the fucking person in the car in the news. 3 guys in a car shot police officer at traffic stop. No. How about Mason police officers are drug dealers, and they have their gun runners, and also very abusive to these guys, and these guys are in the fear of their lives, and so every time a cop comes around them, they have paranoia, schizophrenia, and so they fucking shoot it out with these guys, these nonchalant police officers, unknowingly. How about that? Because that's a better news line. So my advice is, I don't know what to tell you because I don't want to give the poor advice, but my advice is be a little bit more careful for yourselves, because you don't know what your other police officer comrades are doing. and they're not telling you. And so you know nothing. So you're just nonchalantly getting yourself hurt because of your unwittingly or your unknowingly, and you're being disrupted because of another cop. And the same goes with cruel cops, cops with misbehaviors, like fucking bad attitude. Oh, this person is 22 years old talking to an 80-year-old man. Sit down. Shut the fuck up. That's not done. You don't do that shit, nigga. Oh, man. But it's done. So that's the first phase. I needed to get that out. Then the next one is this. So now going back to good people, bad people versus them being police officers. And are police officers good? Now, I'll leave you this in mind. You come up with your own answer, okay? You come up with your own answer. But here it goes. So if you have in the police force the code of silence, and people in the police force are covering up for each other. And by the way, I just thought about it. There are different scenarios, different situations but even if you are a cop turning offended because you feel that you're growing into a stronger man, and you're saying, well, this has to stop, so I'm gonna fucking bring this to light, and I'm gonna motherfucking make sure I try to make sure it stops. Good for you, for real. Good for you. Thank you from all of us, even the civilians. But if you, and we see that police are doing horrible things. Like, for example, I had gotten stopped at a traffic light, and I got stopped, at a traffic stop. And I got stopped by 4 cops. All 4 cops knew. They were fully aware that they lied. Every one of them, 4 of them, they all knew they lied. And gave me a summons of $150. It's actually $178, but the judge was like, I'll drop it to $150 for you so you don't go to the next level of court. And then me not wanting to be bothered, I was like, fuck it. So I was like, well, you know what? Take this one. The next one, nigga, I'm screaming to the masses. And this is a form of it. Here I am on a video, you know what I'm saying? But nigga, I'll go to fucking churches. I'm gonna go all out, nigga. This is, oh man. Liars! And all 4 of them were a code of silence. So you're gonna tell me they were good police? They might be good people, but they were not good police. And that is the outlook for the whole police force as a whole. If you are a participant in the code of silence, you are not a good cop. Not. You may be a good person when you take off the uniform or as you communicate with your friends, but as a fucking cop, there should be no fucking code of silence. You motherfuckers should be punished for the shit you do, and that's the bottom line. And if you don't like being a cop or you think it's hard being a cop, then don't be a fucking cop. Quit your fucking job. There are millions of jobs. You don't need to be a fucking cop. Just quit.